Hello and welcome to Azenda video tutorial. I'm Irina and in this video I will show you how to share your online forms with clients using different ways that are available in Zenda. Stay with me and let's have a look at this feature together. Before we look into different ways of sharing online forms with clients, let's make sure that we are ready for that. There are two things that you need to set up. You only need to do it once, and once you've gone through those steps, you will be able to share the forms with your clients very easily. So step one, let's make sure that we have the online form templates ready. You can do this in the Tools menu, and we need to select Form Designer. I recommend you looking into the template library that we provide. There are ready-made online form templates that you can have a look through, and if you like a form, you want to use it in your account with your clients, just click on it to open and click Save to my account. The form will be added to your account and you will be able to make any changes, any edits to the form, and then use it with your clients. In this case, in our demonstration, I want to use a new client intake form. I already have downloaded it from the template library. I made a few tweaks so that it suits my needs. Let me show you what is important to know about this form. So the template name, this will be the name of the URL link that will be showing to the clients when they receive the form link for themselves. So that's important to make this clear. Then you want to notify a practitioner or other team members in your account when this form is submitted by the client. So make sure that you toggle the client's primary practitioner, and you can also add some email addresses like your reception team, for example. Then the default expiry period. This is also an important setting. When you send a form to the client, it will be created as in the draft mode. And until the client completes the form and submits it back, it will always be sitting in the draft form. If you don't use the expiry period, the draft incomplete form will be sitting in a client profile, let's say forever. And if you make updates to the form, they may risk to get to have access to the old version of the form. So that's a lengthy talk, but what I wanted to say that you can set up the default expiry period for this form, and if a client doesn't complete the form in the specified time frame, the form will be closed as expired, and the next time you share the link to the form with the client, the system will generate a new version of the form. This helps you to avoid duplications of the forms and also ensures that your clients receive the most current updated version of the form. So it's good to set up a default expiry period here. And while we're still on these form settings, another important setting is the default to show on portal. In Zenda, you can give access to online forms to every client on your client portal. So if you want this form to show on their client portal, you just toggle this switch on. And now we are sure that all the questions are set up correctly. We set up all the settings for the form at the top and just save this template. And now we are ready to embed this online form into our communication templates. That will be step 2. From the form designer settings, let's go into the communication template settings. So we can stay still here in the tools menu, click communication and select templates. Every new trial account of Zenda comes with a preset collection of default templates for emails, SMS, and letters. And also, of course, you can create your own, modify the templates that we provide. So feel free to create as many templates as needed. As we say, if you need to write something twice, have a template for that. Now let me show you how you can embed online forms into your templates. I have a welcome email template already created here. This is the email I want to send to the new clients once they registered through the client portal, for example, or once they have been added to your Zendesk account and you want to start providing treatment to those new clients. So here we have a brief message to greet them. Please use the available merge fields for updating the body content of the letter or email or SMS. This really helps you to personalize each template so that every client who receives your communication message feels that you are addressing them personally. So the available merge fields can be accessed here at the bottom left under each template. And what you will see by default is the list of communication merge fields that help you to personalize every email. And you can talk about or automatically embed appointment information, practitioner information, and so on. But what we are looking at now is the links to online forms. So let's do that. Let's click on links to online forms. And it's very easy from now on. Here you can just copy on the right hand side, copy the merge field code for the template, for the online form template you want to add to this communication template. So I will copy a merge field for my new client intake form, close this list, and just paste it into the body of the communication template. So how this works then, if when you are using this template to communicate with the clients, either manually or through the multiple automations that Zendesk provides, this merge field will generate an individual client online form in their client profile, generate their individual link and share it with the clients through the different ways that I will be showing later. It says here, please complete the following forms, so I can add more than one form. I added the online form for the intake. I also want to add the AI scribe consent form because my practitioners are using Busy AI for transcribing client sessions. So let's copy that and just paste into the email. Have a look at what else is available, what you have set up and what you may want to use in your new client form. For example, I don't know, telehealth consent form. It's a good one. If you are providing any sessions telehealth and so on. So all the forms that you want to share with your new client to collect their intake information, all the consents and everything, just pop them into your communication template you will be using. And once you're done, let's save the changes. So you can do this with other communication templates you will be sharing. So for example, client portal communication templates. Let's use, for example, client portal new registration notification to client. This is what they will be receiving if you allow clients to register through the client portal, and you can add all the intake forms, all the consents here. The client has registered, they will receive an email with all the forms you want them to submit. So let's also do that. So for example, let's copy the link to the intake form and just add it here. And save the changes. Wonderful. So there you go. Add the online form links to all the templates you want to use. And once you've done that, let me show you how to start sending and sharing the online form links with your clients. Let me now show you some examples how to send those online form links to your clients automatically. Again, you just set it up once and you don't have to worry about sending those forms anymore. Zendesk will do this for you. So the first option I want to share with you would be through the automations feature. Let's go to settings and in the communication category, let's select automations. I just created a new client intake form with a new client welcome email template, so I want to use it for my new clients automation. I have briefly created it already just to show you how it's done. So to add a new automation, you can have as many of them as you want, you just click add automation. What will happen, you will see the edit automation form, and here you just need to set it up the way you want it to work. So I gave it a name, new client intake, so that it makes sense to me and my other team members. The automation type, in this case, I want to use the new client automation. And there are several conditions that I want to set up to ensure the automation works well. You can send this automation, for example, immediately after a client created, but I prefer to set it up to send 1 day later, 1 day after the client created, just in case when I am creating their profile, I want to set them up first with all the settings like client type, client status, and so on. And after that, when I've done all the setup, the next day the new client welcome email will be sent automatically, and yeah, I don't have to worry that something would go wrong. I can also select the client type. I want to send this intake automation. So you can have, for example, an automation for each of your client types. And then the important part, the action type. What will happen when this automation is triggered? I selected the email action type, and then the option to select a template opened for me, and I selected my welcome email template where I embedded all the new client intake forms I want to send. And after that, I just say click save. That's it. I created an automation using an email template and online form codes embedded into it. And now every time I and my team members add a new client profile, set it up the next day, that's how I set it up, the email with all the generated online form links will be sent to clients, and all the information they put into those forms will be sent back to the client profile that was created for them in Zendesk account. That's very convenient. And while we're here, you can use any type of automations with templates, like email templates, and send all the forms you need to send to your clients that way. But we're not talking about just automations in this video. Let's have a look at another option. So if you are letting clients to register themselves through your client portal, have a look at this setting too. So let's go to the settings menu again. And now in the schedule category, let's go to client portal. Here on the smaller menu for the client portal settings, let's select notifications. And here you have 3 different types of notifications you can set up to go out automatically as well to the client's practitioners and to the clients themselves, and also the dedicated email addresses to your reception team, for example. And you can set up notifications here for new client registrations, new appointment creation, and appointment cancellation on portal. So for example, just to demonstrate you, I want to send a client a welcome email where just previously we added the intake form, if you remember. So all you need to do is just click into this drop down and select the email template you want to use in this case. So I will use the client portal, new registration notification to client, and save the changes. So this way again, once a new client registers on your client portal, the system will use this email template with an embedded online form link merge field to generate a personal link for this client for their online form, send it to the client, and once they submit it, the form will be saved in the new client profile, which was created when that client registered. And if you were using linked fields in the online forms, those fields will populate the parts of the profile. This way making it easier for you to collect the necessary client information. Let me think about other types of automated settings that you can use to send forms. You can definitely embed online form links, for example, into appointment reminder templates and set them up as your automated appointment reminder. For example, I recommend embedding the links into your email templates so that you don't get charged extra for long SMSs. And here you go. You can send an appointment reminder email template where you embedded online form links for any questionnaires that client has, for example, to fill in and submit before each of their appointments. So this is another way of automatically sharing online forms with your clients. Again, you only set it up once and you don't have to worry about that. The system Zendesk will send the online form links to clients automatically. All right, that's how to set up your system to send online form links automatically to your clients. Let us now talk about multiple ways you can share an online form link with a client manually. So, option number one, you can use an email manual appointment reminder templates if you've set them up with online form links embedded. So what you need to do is just click the appointment. To open the appointment panel, click this bell icon and select email reminder or SMS reminder if you have an online form embedded into this reminder template. And this will generate the form for the client, send an email or an SMS with the link, and the clients will be able to access the form and complete it and provide the information back to you. Another option, let's go into the client profile. And let us go into the communication template and now use the available communication templates where you have embedded online form links to generate the link and to send it to the client manually. So let's go into the new email option. Make sure that you have the email address for your client selected. And now let's select the template that we want to use. So we'll use our welcome email template, for example, with all the online form links that have been embedded as the codes, as the merge codes. And now you can see that the system has generated these online forms for this client, and all you need to do is just click save and send. And the email has been sent to the client. They have received their links. And also let me show you now, if we go into the admin section, admin forms, let's close all that, we can see that all these forms have been generated and are sitting there as a draft. So please use this option to create a communication message manually, either email or SMS. If you had the online form links embedded as a code into your templates, those codes will be used to generate a form specifically for this client and share the link with them. So this is how to send the links manually. There are other few options here. So for example, your client came in to the practice, they're waiting for their appointment, but they haven't submitted a form. You may have, for example, a tablet that you give the clients to collect the information, to collect consent, and so on. So what you can do is, for example, to generate the form manually. And when it's generated here, you can do it this way. So you are in the admin forms. You can select the template you want to use. Let's use this one, for example. Save it as a draft. And now once you've saved it as a draft, you have the option, just click on the Go to Portal form, and the form will be open on the tablet. You can give it to the client and they will be able to authenticate, for example, the way as it's done here, and fill out the form and submit it on the tablet. So this is how to go about sharing a form with the client when they are present in the practice and haven't submitted the form before. It will be saved in their profile. Another option is that you can copy the client portal form link to the clipboard, and then, for example, you can paste it into your email, use your email, use SMS, and just send this form to this client so that they could complete it. Another option is to show this form on the client portal, so that the clients log into their client portal and they see the list of their forms that they have to complete, and they will be able to open it and complete. As you remember, we set up to show an online form automatically on the client portal. And once the form is generated for the client, you can see this eye icon here on the tools panel. So when the eye icon is, let's click edit to have a look inside. So when the eye is open, it means that this form is shown on portal forms page. So this switch here will be active. When the eye is sort of cut out, crossed out, it means that this form is not showing, and you can very easily change that. Just click on this eye icon, click update, and this makes the form visible on the portal as well. So you can do this very quickly, very easily, right from the client profile. This gives you the freedom and control over which forms are showing to the client on their portal. So some forms can show by default if you set it up on their template, on the online form template, or you may choose not to enable this permission on the online form template, but only open the form for access on the portal individually for each client as you seem fit. So these are the options how you can share the links to the online forms with your clients using multiple ways, such as generating and sending manual SMS and emails right from the client profile, and also using these additional options that are available on the draft of each form generated in the client profile. Before we move away to the next part of our video, let me also remind you that you can create online forms in the admin section. So these are the forms that are the admin type forms that deal with the not clinical information. If you want to create and send a clinical form that collects confidential client information, you should do this through the records folder, forms. And here you will have access to create a new clinical online form, such as, for example, DAS scale form. When you are setting up your online forms in the form designer, there is a setting there to select if it's an admin form or a clinical form. And this way you will be able to share confidential client information, save it in the records folder, and limit access to this information for unauthorized team members. If your client wants to fill out the form on paper, that still can be achieved. So once you've generated an online form draft in the client profile, all you need to do is click here to unfold the full form and scroll to the bottom of this form. Here you will see an option to print out this form, and you can really print it out on paper. This is what it will look like, and the clients will be able to manually fill it out. Another option is you can email this form as a PDF attachment, not the link to click and fill out online, but an attachment that clients can open and also print or fill out, for example, using the PDF editing tool. So these are an additional options you can use to share the online forms with the clients if they prefer or you prefer to collect the information this way. Now, in the last part of our video, let me show you how your clients can access online forms through their client portal homepage and submit those forms. Before we go to those settings, let me just quickly remind you how you can enable showing online forms on the client portal. So step one, you will go into Tools, Form Designer, and if you want this form to show on the online portal for all the clients, make it default. Just enable the default to show on portal switch here at the top of the form. Another option, if you want to manually enable showing an online form on the portal just for a specific client, you will go into their profile, go to the form drafts, and just click on this eye icon that is crossed out, click update, and this, when the eye is open, it means that the client can see this online form on the client portal. So just reminding that we have gone through these settings at the beginning of this video. Now let's go to the next steps. Go to the settings menu, and in this schedule category, let's click client portal. Here, what you need to do is enable this show forms page switch here at the top, read the action required prompt, it actually tells you to go and enable those switches on the online form I just showed you before, and save the changes. This makes the Show Forms page available on the client portal. If you don't want to allow clients access bookings on the portal, turn this off. If you don't want the clients to see their invoices, turn this off. If you don't want the clients to see the list of their upcoming appointments, turn this off. So our client portal is very versatile, and you can select what you want to show and let your clients do on the portal. All right, I just want you to show the full experience here. And now the client will click on your client portal link that you've shared with them somehow. Maybe it's available on your website. And this is what they will see. So when they are logged in under their name, they have authenticated through their email or SMS. They will see those options that you made available for them on the client portal. And to work with the online forms, they only need to click the My Forms button here. And they will see the list of all the forms that have been generated for them that they have to go through and complete. So for example, let's click on this form. As a client, we click View Form, we read the information here that's provided, answer the questions that have been asked, and just fill in the fields that are available there. So let's do that. The signature, for example, the date, today's date, and click Finish. Confirm the action. And there you go. Thank you. We've received your form, and the client sees the updated list of their forms, and they can see that this form is completed. If we go back into our client's profile, go into Admin Forms, we will see the completed form. It has been submitted back. So this is how sharing the online forms through the online client portal works. It's also a very convenient way. The clients don't need to search through their emails or SMSs. They can just go onto their portal, see what forms they still have to complete, and fill that out. They can also, once the form is saved as completed, they have the option to download this form as a PDF file. It will be downloaded on their client, on their computer or phone, however they access this, and they will have a PDF copy of their form with the information that they provided. And to finish this tutorial, let me just show you some ways for you and your team to be notified when a client completed their form. So the first option, again, we already discussed at the beginning of this tutorial, is when you are setting up your forms in the Form Designer. You can nominate who will be receiving notifications about this form completion. And for each form, you can enable the client's primary practitioner here, and also add the dedicated email addresses for your reception or admin team, for example. And once these are added, and the client submits the form, the nominated persons here will receive an email saying that this client just completed the form. Here is the link, and you'll be able to go to their client profile and see which form has been completed and the information in it. So that's option number one. And another option now is with the Practice Hive that is available here. The system will show you a notification that the form was submitted, and the client's primary practitioner will be seeing those notifications showing up. For example, this form was submitted, and a practitioner will be able to click on View Form. And the form will open, and they will see what information has been provided to them. Another way for a practice manager to see, to have an overview of which forms were created, submitted, and so on is to use the reports feature. So if we go into reports clients, there is the client forms report available. You can use the report filters to narrow down the list of forms you want to see. So you can search on the form creation date or based on the form completion date, define the time frame and form types, so you can have an overview of all forms or only admin or only clinical forms. And also you can run a report of all the draft forms or all completed forms. And also you can generate this report for one or a number of practitioner or all practitioners. And once you've set up all these filters as required, just click Run Report, and you will have a list of the forms that have been, for example, created within this time frame, as I generated this report just now. And you will see the client information, the status of this form, if it's completed or in a draft, and in the actions folder you can click to go to these client forms to have a more detailed look. You can also download this report as a PDF file, a CSV file, or an Excel file, and also print it out on paper. So please use this report to manage all the forms and to have this overview of all the forms information in your account. This is all for now. Thank you for staying with me throughout this video. I hope you learned a lot about how to use Zendesk online forms to your advantage, and I will see you another time.